Hello, this is Lydia, and I'm currently in uni. So, for today, you'll actually be hearing two different tools, and I'll be sharing with you the first tool, which is the letter tool. Yeah, so just a quick question. What is a favorite memory that you have of yourself in poly or secondary school? Yeah, so for me, right, it was actually the lunch breaks I had in poly where me and my friends over lunch, we were just like yep about like the things that's happening in each of our lives. Yeah. So I think for most of us, our answers will actually tie back to something to do with our friends. And actually, friendships can bring about the one of the brightest moments in our life, yet it can also lead to misunderstandings and disappointments. So, what this letter two is about, it's about friendship. So, you can actually start the letter by appreciating your friends for the things they've done for you as a friend, and to also check in to see how are they doing. So there is two possible gospel links. So the first one is actually to talk about how sometimes uh, we may actually grow distant from the people that we were once close to. So we can actually acknowledge that yes, there is sadness and there is grief of such cases, and link it to how actually there is someone out there who understands the same feeling that we feel. And this person is actually God. And the reason why is because we have actually grown distant from Him, each one of us. And He feels much more than we actually do. And the second gospel link is to actually tell our friends about how God created us to desire connections with each other. And the ultimate connection that our heart actually yearns for is a relationship with God, something that our friends may not know at this moment. Yeah. So for this week, we will be drafting out the introduction, which you can find under step one of the letter guide. So before we actually go into drafting out, there's a verse from Matthew 5:15 that I actually want to share with each and every one of us. So it says, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand and it gives light to everyone in the house. So let's not be ashamed of the gospel, like what Paul told the church in Rome, because we see the power of God being able to move the hearts of those around us in ways that we may not currently see. Yeah. So now I'll pass the time over to Rachel to share with you more about the questionnaire too.
The questionnaire tool today. So in Singapore, right, youths are actually defined as 15 to 35 years old. So do you agree with this? Yes. So what does it mean to be youthful? Is it based on energy or looks? Yes, so today's questionnaire is actually about whether someone is youthful and how can you tell if someone is youthful. So I will, in the end of the questionnaire, you will actually see four different results. Okay, let me see if I share with you the results. Okay, yeah. So if you see here, you will see four different results, which will also be in your booklet. Yeah, you can see that first one is you seem to be in your 60s, like the elderly. Or the second one, you seem to be in your 40s. Or the third one, you seem to be in your 20s. And the last result is you seem to be in your teens. So this is a very fun questionnaire which you can try with your friends, and you can also do it with yourself and then for yourself, and then you can compare the results with your friends. Yeah. So today I'm going to go through this tool itself. So there are two suggested ways after you get their response that you can bring into the gospel. So the first gospel link is always a child of God. So as we mature, right, sometimes we forget what it means to be a child. And being a child is trusting and need not worry unnecessarily about things. So no matter how old we might be, God loves, protects, cares, and provides for us as his child. Yes, and the second gospel link is enjoy your youth. So in today's modern day society, we may find it increasingly hard to enjoy our youth because it seems like there are many things to worry about and responsibilities to take on. But interesting, right? God in the Bible actually tells us to enjoy our youth. Yeah, so these are two ways that we can link to the gospel. But first step we have is to build the conversation with our friends. So either you can text them on WhatsApp or Instagram or Telegram itself. So you can build the conversation towards the topic. And yeah, I can ask them how have they been? Have they been managing okay? And then you actually make the request by saying that, oh, it's actually Youth Day on the 2nd of July. So happy Youth Day. So there's this quiz, right, that tests that if we are truly youthful. Shall we try this quiz together? So after they agree, you can proceed to send them the link. And after your friend has completed the questionnaire, you can create an opening for further conversation by asking them what's their results and just talking and having a laugh over it. Yeah. So very simple, right? So this step one. So just to encourage you guys, even though in this season we are all very busy with exams and projects, and also, of course, a lot of worrying about things as well. But let's also be reminded that we too are a child of God. And from Matthew 11:28 to 30, He cares, and we are so reminded that we can cast our burdens on God. So let's seize this opportunity and to share the gospel with our friends to let them know about this God who also loves and cares for them as well. Yeah. So that's all for this pre-PE week for both the letter and the questionnaire tool. So we will see you guys next week as we continue the rest of the tool together. Bye-bye.